Who are you trying to live to please? Whose approval do you crave? Whose opinion is the level of success measured by your mind? The world calls it peer pressure or people pleasing. The Bible calls it fear of man. It's at the core. Fear of man is about the desire for approval and validation. There's nothing wrong with people approving us. If nobody likes you, okay, that's not good either, but we have to be careful. Our conforming and consuming desire to please people can actually get in our way of pleasing God. In a world where everybody is seeking the affirmation of others, it's virtually important that we don't develop unhealthy need for the approval of man. Luke chapter 6, verse 26 sounds the alarm. There's trouble ahead when you live only for the approval of others, saying what flatters them, doing what indulges them. Wanting approval and needing approval are two very different things. We all want approval, and we do some pretty funny things in order to gain approval. Think of it. That's the source of every toupee and every comb over, right? Pleasing people. Have you ever changed something about yourself in the hopes that people are going to like you? Have you ever laughed at something that you didn't think was funny, but you didn't want to be the only one who's not laughing? Like my jokes. Ever listen to music that you don't like just because your friends thought it was cool? All these things happen. I love this one. Have you ever worshiped as expressively on the outside as you felt on the inside because you feel embarrassed? Do you just keep it all on the inside? Or do you let it express on the outside? I tell you what, I bet y'all have had times when you guys have been in your car, jamming to whatever on, singing at the top of your voice, having a good party, and you stop at a red light and someone's looking at you, and that concert comes to a quick stop. And you pretend like nothing happened. Man, you're not going to see these people again. Let it out. Be joyful. If you're going to do something, be joyful about it. But see, here's what can happen. When people don't have some certain things in their lives, when they have an emptiness, when there's somebody they're trying to approve of that's probably not the right people, whatever it might be, people fall into temptation. And that temptation can lead into addictions. People always ask me, Pastor, what do we do here for evangelism? What do we do here for outreach ministry? Today you're going to get the opportunity to see one of the programs that I'm so proud that we are a part of, that we support here at Our Redeemer. I'd like to introduce Brett, who is part of Hope Gospel. They have 3 programs in which to help people with recovery and restoration.
Good morning. I just want to thank Pastor Carlson and the congregation for just inviting us and being able to share just a little bit of what we are doing at Hope Gospel Mission. I see you are celebrating 100 years. What an awesome testimony and legacy to this community. I just pray for many more years. Hope Gospel Mission hasn't been around quite that long. We've been around for 25 years, and what we did when we first started was to just provide a meal and provide a safe place to stay and to sleep. But what we found that in our community, a lot of people need more than just a bed and food. So we do continue to offer those things, but what we have found is a lot of people do struggle with many things in their lives, including addiction. So we offer Christ-centered help for those struggling with addiction, through those that are struggling with homelessness, and we come alongside them. We try to be the hands and feet of Jesus and offer counseling and offer the things that people need to overcome addiction in their lives. And we are excited to see many people transform just their countenance. When people come in hopeless, they leave hopeful. When they come in struggling with addiction, they leave free. So there is many, many testimonies. We're going to hear one today I'm going to be able to share more, I think, at the Sunday school about what we do and how we do that. So if you have time, please come down and ask many questions. We'd love to share what we are doing. But I'm going to invite Teresa to come up. She is one of the residents that finished our program, and she's just going to share a testimony what God did in her life and how she is living her best life right now. Thanks, Teresa.
On June 3rd, 2020, I went to jail. I had alcohol on my breath, so I went to jail even though my roommate at the time was high on meth and attacked me as I was sitting in my chair, calling 911. This was not the first time I went to jail instead of him. While I was sitting in jail, God told me no more. I had no intention of quitting drinking, and he told me that I was done. I quit drinking, and then and there, I quit smoking cold turkey 2 days later, and I listened to him. I went to a Christian family's home, and with the help of their church, I was able to move out of my house. I stayed with this family, and on June 26, 2020, the Lord woke me up and told me to go to Hope Gospel Mission and to get my roots planted firmly with him. I didn't know what Hope Gospel Mission was at the time. On July 7th, 2020, I was accepted into Hope Gospel Mission's Renewed Hope program, and the rest is history. Since coming here, I have changed so much. Changed and grown every day. I fight for my quiet time and have kept myself in his word. God wanted me to start new. I know for a fact you can make it through this program. What you put into things is what you get out of things. Put him first, and you will be totally blessed. Put him first and just move forward. Where God guides, God provides. He has provided me with a full-time job that I wanted, and the only difference is that I prayed for a first shift job, and he gave me a second shift job. I believe he has protected me from the idle time I had in the afternoon, because as that is when I would drink. He is keeping me busy. I enjoy nature, the farmers market, spending time at church, and with the residents at Hope Gospel Mission. He's placed me in a church that loves me. I now have a wonderful mentor. I have a wonderful mentor and beautiful sisters in Christ to spend my time with. I have a safe, furnished home that I moved into. I graduated from Hope Gospel Mission on July 29, 2020. I look back and remember during Hope's celebration dinner when I moved into phase 2 of the program. I told Hope Gospel Mission, thank you for enabling us residents to get closer to the Lord and to have an umbrella of safety and shelter to grow closer and get stronger, if that is what we want. Sometimes I would buck things in the program, and I just figured out I just had to trust in the Lord and believe. Have God first, keep him strong in your life, do not let go. Do not look left, do not look right. I just know I have to do it his way and not mine. I would like to close with Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ because he gives me strength. Thank you.
That is one of the outreaches that we support. When people struggle with addiction, the Hope Gospel people, Christian-based people, come alongside them and walk the Christian life with them, keeping them accountable, keeping them focused in the Word. So proud, and you guys should be so proud that we help support them. And I'm so glad that they came today during this session that we're talking about addiction. No temptation that you are tempted with is different than what other people are tempted with. It's how we process it. It's how we use Christ, because it says, God who is faithful will not let you be tempted beyond that which you can bear, but will provide you with a way out. We're all tempted by the same thing. And the Galatian text says that we, as Christian brothers and sisters, need to make sure to help those who are in need, to bring them alongside, and to take them on the right course back to Christ. Teresa was mentioning a hope celebration. Renee and I had been invited, last Friday, we could go Friday, I think it was, to a graduation ceremony there. They not only work on addiction, but they work on life skills, teaching how to do life skills, teaching how to have budget, teaching how to use computers through CVT. They do all of this thing, and it's a Christian group, like I said, that we support. And so you as brothers and sisters should be proud that we are coming alongside these people to help people out like Teresa. May God keep our eyes open for those in need. May God keep our hearts open to reach out to those people who are in need. And may God give us the strength and the courage to say, hey, I want to help.